Ooh, 25 stacks on Magi. That was a really good at dodge on the Elise. Oh, that's nice. Little pro tip here, okay? Watch how he dodges this Elise cocoon, and there's like a process to this, like a split second like thought process to this, okay? Alright guys, welcome back. Today we are doing a reaction video to Lianhuadao. Probably butchered that. But he is, I believe, the highest ranked Katarina in the super server. Chinese super server. So I found this most recent montage of him. I will put the video and the channel down in the description. And yeah, I remember this dude hit like, what, 1300 LP this season? So, very skilled cat. Yeah, we'll play the video and we'll see what's up. By the way, I turned off the sounds on the video just in case. So you just hear some cute little lo-fi in the back. Alright, let's go. Starts the Q. Important, getting all that damage off. Let's conquer. Oof, perfect. Let's look at that again. So he did a really good job like hitting all of his abilities and all of his autos. Auto, Q, auto, E, auto. Walk over. Dice to the minions. E. Walk over to the dagger. Oh, him just knowing that he was going to get the ult here. And then just picking up the ult. As he's picking up the dagger, so he has his E. Talia barely misses that W. And he goes for the kill. Very well played. Just one shot the Kazakhs. You're gonna keep going. Good job avoiding the barrels. Oh, Zoe's here. Okay, then jumping on the Zoe. Nothing too crazy there. Q. Oh, the slow-mo? Yumi's just free kill. Oh, that's double dagger right there. They want to stun. Oh, Riftmaker OP. He also has a shit ton of kills right now, so he's really strong. Remember guys, more damage means more healing. So if you're super fed, your base damage is going to be really high, and you could probably go for plays like those. And Riftmaker makes it very, very easy for you. I also noticed that a lot of Chinese super server Katarina players, they actually build Riftmaker a lot. And this doesn't just go for this guy. There's like other Katarina mains in the Chinese super server that like going Riftmaker. And I think it's because there's so much fighting in super server. When I've seen their like full games, there's so much fighting. It's like kind of crazy. I don't know how much macro goes into it, but I know that they try to mechanically outplay a lot of the times. And I believe that when it comes to a lot of the players in the super server, they're mechanically very good because they always train those like mechanics just based off of like all those fights. Whereas like in NA, NA is actually very macro heavy. And so like a lot of people don't take risks. And I feel like there's a lot less fighting, especially when it comes to, in comparison to like the super server, maybe even Korea. I'm not too sure about Korea, but that's at least just my observation. So Riftmaker, Katarina, and super server seems to be very efficient. Baron. Sun coming in. Got his Q canceled. Yep, just a cute little cleanup. Riftmaker actually saved him there. Zhonya's, he has all his abilities. He still has... Well, he has another Zhonya's. Wait, they patched that, no? I guess this was a little bit later. I think that's Penta, yeah. Pretty well played. Ooh, 25 stacks on Magi. That was a really good at dodge on the Elise. Oh, that's nice. Little pro tip here, okay? Watch how he dodges this Elise cocoon, and there's like a process to this, like a split second like thought process to this, okay? So obviously, he has enough damage to kill Elise, number one. So he's gonna get aggressive, he's gonna go in. Number 2, he goes in and ults. What this does is if Elise doesn't stop this ult, Elise is dead, right? So she's obviously going to cocoon. So what you do is you think one step ahead, you ult, and you expect her to stop it. And the only way she's going to stop is with cocoon, right? So you just move. You know what I'm saying? So using your ult to like bait out abilities is a good way to sort of mind game your opponent and force a reaction out of them, you know? Just using your ult. This is a pretty clean up. Dagger lands right on the Vel'Koz too. He has the Divine here. Divine could be so oppressive sometimes. Qiyana's gonna die to this guy too, watch. Set up a Q on the minion, right? Yep. He's gonna go in. Oh, he ults first. Ooh, and he fly. Ooh. Jax is dead too. Divine OP, right here. Boom. Wait for the Divine. Yep. Before he's... Oh, he's dead. But yeah, let's look at that one more time. So here, this was actually pretty sick. So when you're fed, let me tell you something. When you're fed, you can easily force reaction out of people. Because if they don't respond, they might just die, right? Especially when you have a lot of damage and you jump in on a dagger, then you know that they'll like try to respond immediately. This is something that a lot of people versing Katarinas do because it's like that fear. I think it's that fear, but it's also like somewhat optimal, right? Because it makes it so that they have to react or else they might just straight up die from all the damage that you have. Now, he's going to play around the Qiyana ult. That's the main thing, right? So, he has one minion here. He's going to set up the dagger. Q. Qiyana, like, I mean, she kind of knows that if she jumps in on the dagger, she's going to get the immediate ulti, right? So he's waiting for his W to come up, I believe. W's on 2 seconds, 1 second. He ults. This was smart because what Qiyana does here is that she actually moves up into position to ult her into the tower if she does jump in on that, right? So using the ult to get that little bit of damage off is good. It actually forces her to move into the dagger as well, right? But it's more so about getting the damage. Like he wants the damage off. And this is pretty much free damage, just even if it's just a little bit, but also forces her to move away. And then he has his W up, so he jumps in, and he knows at this point, like, well, what's Qiyana gonna do? She's gonna ult. It's like no other thing. She's almost dead. She's gonna have to do something. W flash. Boom. Dead. And then, yeah, Jax comes and gives her the stick. But, I mean, also another thing, when you use Divine, don't spam your abilities. Like, notice how he's, like, waiting for his Divine procs. So it's like, Q, auto. Auto, E, auto. He needed to throw his abilities fast, though. He couldn't use every Divine proc on all of his abilities because he needs to kill him as soon as possible or else Jax is going to just keep giving him the stick, you know? 14 stacks on Medjai's. Immediately jumps in. Oh, so much damage. One thing to note here, okay? Look how he's moving. He's like really trying to dodge like that Lux Bind. Because that's like the main thing, right? It could be down. Maybe there's a part of a clip of her throwing out the Q. It's not there because I'm surprised she isn't throwing it. So this kind of goes back to the thing. Like she needs to throw a Q. If she doesn't throw the Q like frame 1, he's going to have his E up to jump in and just kill him if he's that strong. That's one thing. But 2, notice how he's like moving around. So he's like dodging, right? He goes in and then boom. And then here, E, Q, jumps out, swag. Another Rift Maker, 11-4. W, ooh. That was nice. I like that combo as well. Yeah, so we saw he dodged the Malphite ult, but like, what's the thought process behind that, right? So like, it's about being clumped up with your team. That will force the reaction out of the Malphite. So you can sort of bait that situation out. And he had the W to like jump on. So he was going to be fine. Right? So that's how you can kind of predict At least in this scenario, that Malphite was gonna ult. And then here, I like this combo. And you like W and then E to the dagger, and then you have the W placed where you are. It's sort of like a better way to like set up your dagger in a better place. And also to avoid damage as well. So boom. Yeah, pretty clean. Oh, he is. He's looking for something. I would have died there. I like that. I like that actually. So first he jumps in on the Aatrox. E away. You can do this to like buy time, right? So like you jump in on the dagger. You sort of like space out a little bit of your shimpos. You don't do things too instantly because his Q's coming up, right? So you can use this to sort of like buy time and find a better position for you to ult. Because this guy's trying to fight, right? He's trying to ult. So here, once his Q's up, Q ult. And he already has a Q nicely set up here. E. I don't know if he didn't Q on purpose, but I think that made such a big difference. Like him not Qing there. He had to like wait for the Kayn. If Kayn like waited to... Actually, no. He probably had to ult because the Katarina dagger was going off, right? So Q ult. And the EW. Yeah, in order to dodge the Katarina W, he had to ult. Okay, so he was allowed to wait there and save his Q. Now here, in this scenario, this is actually kind of crazy. What you can do is when Kayn comes out, you can like QE onto him, right? And like that's one way to do it. But this is more damage, right? Because you're basically setting up the dagger on top of him already. And even down to the timing too. So watch. Q. E. First of all, he uses it to escape. And he also has his E now. And this guy wants to go in on him. So this was like just a good way for him to set up a dagger on top of the Kayn. Because if you do it after he jumps out, he still has like his Q to dodge your Q. And you're also really low as well. So this is like, I think the only angle in which he could have killed him. And then boom. That was good. I like that. That was like on the fly thinking. Riftmaker again. Immediately goes in. Oh, Riftmaker damage is so satisfying actually. Go over the dagger. Yup. Go over the wall. Tarek looks like he was gonna flash. I've noticed people do that a lot. So one thing to know here is actually the wall hop. Alt. EW. Notices how he waits. He waits to use his Q. And then waits for Kindred to go near the wall. He's waiting for Kindred to decide what her next move is. Because if she stays in that pit, she's just dead, right? So then Kindred, the way she's positioned right now, is that she's going to hop over that wall. It's pretty obvious, right? And that's our only way out at this point. So you save the Q and you set it up over the wall, and then she flashes over the wall, and then you just kill her. Then here, I've noticed people have been doing this. Watch this Tarek. See, he's like, I think he did that to like bait a flash, right? Or like make it look like he's flashing. I don't think this is a scenario to do it, but I've noticed like people have been catching on to that idea, and some people like fall for it. Lysandra. She's just autoing the tower. Ooh, dodge the W. Talia's here. Oh, this might be free. Yep. Oh, Blitz is here too. They burn everything on the dagger, dude. Oh my god. I don't know if that's like poorly played by the enemy. Alright, so this is just a good demonstration of him playing around all the CC that he needs to play around. First, I don't know if he knows if Blitzcrank is there. That's one thing. But I think he has an idea that Talia is there. They could both be there. I don't know. But it wasn't like warded in the river or on the bot side or anything like that. So first of all, if he gets hit by the Lysandra W, then he's going to get hit by everything else, right? Because there's people there. And you can see like someone pinged that some people are there, right? On the bottom bush. So then here, you have to do that really quick. So you have to do it as soon as possible, but if Lissandra just acted fast enough, then I think he was just dead. What you do is like sometimes you wait till like the last second of the dagger so that they don't expect it. You know, it's like looking like it's going away and you jump on it anyway. Sometimes it catches people off guard, to be honest. So she misses her W, which is huge. And then he has a W place now, and Lissandra is playing up because her team is behind her, right? But Talia, super easy to kill if she just misses her W. But there's also a Blitzcrank here. So she jumps down to Lissandra. I think at this point, when you're seeing a Lissandra just like hitting your tower, you kind of have an idea that the enemies are there, right? And she's just trying to bait you to jump in. But he jumps in on the dagger and actually just flashes out. He knows that like he could do a lot of damage there just with the electrocute and stuff, and just use flash to like bait abilities, right? And get Lissandra really low and set up the dagger at the same time. Was his Q up? So he's waiting for Q to come up. And then boom, Q. And then flashes out. And then, oh, Lissandra's forced to ulti, right? That was a good triple dagger combo, right? You Q, you W, and then you Q again. Just spacing out your cooldown so that you're able to set up their daggers. Some people really don't see it coming. And then now, you gotta watch out for Talia, W, and the Blitzcrank ult, right? Because Blitzcrank, we already saw, through his hook. So you just wait, but at this point, you just wait for Lissandra to like get out, right? So then that's when you jump in and kill her. The question is, do you ult though? Do you look at, just all that pressure. Just having the dagger there, dude, people, they're panicking. And you see they're just throwing all that shit there, thinking that he was just gonna jump in and kill Lissandra. I probably would have jumped in, actually. I don't know, maybe not. Because if you know that Talia has her shit and Lissandra has Everfrost, then you wouldn't jump in on that. You're just gonna die if you get hit by any of those, right? But then the moment, like let's say this guy wasn't intending to even kill the Lissandra, and he's just like, okay, well, I can't go in because they have this, right? But then the moment you see that shit, oh, you're going in, 100%. Boom. Cute little cleanup. A lot of mind games there and just patience. Q. Got Samira W'd. Walk away from the Nautilus ult. Q. Mortal ult. How does he deal with this? It's about dodging just dodging his Q, really. He doesn't have E here either, so I guess it's a free kill. Okay, nothing crazy. All right. Double bot lane. Leona has Q every like 2-3 seconds. What's he gonna do? He has flash. Dude, we've seen this guy flash out in a lot of situations, right? Just like go in, W flash out. So we'll see if he does it again. He just W's away. Oh, there's the flash. Fine OP, by the way. So let's take a look at this real quick. So he has a dagger set up and he has divine. I don't think he knows if Leona has the exhaust, but we know that Leona, the moment that you jump in, she's gonna try to Q you. That's like obvious, right? W, so you gotta do that shit quick. It's a W, and luckily it doesn't get stunned quick enough because he still has the dagger left there. And again, he waits for his Q. As soon as he jumps in, gets the divine proc, and then Qs. Has the Q, boom. And immediately gets more divine procs. Just off of getting all the resets, the E resets. Fine OP, guys. More divine. Oh, he just goes right through. Zhonya's. Nice. Oh, does he get this? Oh. I mean, that was pretty clean. I think there's one thing we can learn here. First of all, he set up the Q on the Scuttle, which is cool. That's cute. Scuttle with the assist, you know? And then you see Riven going in, but like, if Riven overcommits, then you just jump in on the dagger and create space on her. And then EW ult. And they exhaust, and look, he threw the Q already before he exhausted, which means that the enemies have a choice, right? They have a choice here. Will they use their abilities on the cat, or will they use the abilities on the dagger? So 50-50. You put them in a decision where they have to choose. And look, Riven stuns on top of her. Cassiopeia Qs that spot, and then she's just free to do shit. They don't get their maximum damage because they don't hit their stuff. And if you have 2 choke points when you're in Zhonya's, like, you can decide like which part of it or which side you want to be on. If you want to jump in on the dagger or not to displace yourself. Always remember that. Okay, Zach's gonna... Oh, the hero. This guy always goes in and just flashes out. I think it really does like disrupt the enemy's like thinking. That's one thing. But like he's also really low, so he needs to flash damage. They're also really low too. So he sets up the Q, GP ult, and then flash. Boom. You know, so that's pretty simple. Sadly, they still killed the Zac though. Oh, clean up incoming. Q, E, E, W, Q, E. Nice. Oh, that was fast. Let me see that again. E, Q, Q, E auto, E, W, Q, E, E. Oh, he flashed, that's why. That's also something to think about, right? EWQ, if you want to get your damage off quicker. I mean, he could have potentially like waited, but Dagger's, Shimpo's gonna be on like a, what, 1 to 2 second cooldown. If you want to just get your damage off immediately, you flash onto Dagger, and then you have your E right after, so he E's right away. Sometimes you need this combo to just flash on the Dagger, especially early levels when your Shimpo's at 1. Aha, I like that. I like that. I like that. That's what I try to do a lot too. It's like when you're having to go under tower, you use combos where you place a dagger to jump to outside of turret range, and then you place a dagger like on top of them. It's always nice to have something to jump back to, but being able to like juggle the tower aggro like that, Katarina is really good at that. That's why she's like a pretty good diver, because she could just like E, go in, kill everything, and then jump out. So here, let me show you. So he has E now, EW ult, and then he has his Q up, right? So he's gonna use Q to get the reset and then jump out. And then guess what? He actually E'd out before he got the reset. So he has his E again, and then he's gonna place his W here, and then E, and then E out onto the dagger. Katarina mechanics. OP mobility, really. Yeah, Katarina mobility is kind of ridiculous sometimes. WQ, E ult, E W, Q, E, E, E. Nice. That's just like Katarina's wet dream, just with Yuumi. Bunch of damage, bunch of kills. Oh. Ooh, nice. Vex should be 100% dead here, yep. So here, kind of scary situation for the Vex here. This Vex has no fear. Or she does have fear, and that's why she has no fear. But then, I don't know, walking in on the dagger and stuff. I know she just wants to bait so that she can immediately kill. Yeah, if you're put in this situation, if Zhonya's, and the only thing they can really stop you with is that 1 CC, you could just Zhonya's. But I think, and then immediately spamming your E here. Too quick. Avoids the Everfrost. Oh, nice Zhonya's. I don't know if Vi ults back up. Oh, that's just feels good, man. Let's take a look at that real quick. So Zhonya's thing, like as Vi is flying towards you, is good for. I think it does get rid of her ult, but I also have a feeling that like maybe it just like gets rid of cooldown. I'm not too sure. Like it might give her like what, a 5-6 second cooldown before she can ult again, but I'm not too sure on that. But then yeah, you just W away. You have a dagger perfectly set up. E, Q, or does he proto belt? No, he Qs to kill the Vi, and then jumps in on the dagger. EQ ult, E, E, and then again does that thing, the thingy. He does the thingy where you use your W. So QE, E. He knows he's gonna get the reset on the Pantheon because the Q is just placed right on top of him. And then you W, E, and then E out. It just looks cool. But it's gonna have like its practical uses, right? There's gonna be very practical places where you have to use this, especially when you're low or you're trying to dive. You know, you're trying to not take a tower shot. You know, it's always Just keep it in mind, guys. It's a nice combo. With the Yumi on her. He kind of does the thing here too. Or let's see what he does. E. Okay. Gets his Shunpo reset here. Q, E. Ult. E. Q. Is Kali dead? Ah, there she is. Q. Oh, EQ. Oh, ult's coming up. Oh. Oh, he's got moves. And a Kali. Boom. Oh. That ended so abruptly. So again, let's take a look at him doing the thingy, okay? So like, there's a chance that people are here. I don't know how much he knows here, right? But in order for him to be safe and, you know, not die if he jumps in on the dagger, he needs some way to escape, right? And he has the Yumi on him, so he can, and Zhonya's. So here, I mean, Renekton is on the dagger, so like, they're on to something. They're trying to do something. Then boom, Renekton stuns, Rakan comes flying in. But then he placed the dagger already beforehand and jumps away. And then has the Zhonya's when like they commit, like full commit with like the Rakano. That's like really baiting people to like go in, right? Zhonya's, and then he jumps in on the dagger. Wait, he did the thingy twice. No, he placed the Q in this very moment, right? So you see the Q dagger, and then he E's, then E's, it has to double Shunpo'd. E, ult, pick up dagger, E, Q, and then now, this is where you gotta get tricky. If you get hit by Kayn W in this situation, it's pretty dangerous. So you gotta be careful with that, really. Because then Akali can get like the follow-up and start doing her damage, right? So you're trying to avoid the Kayn W, but right now it's down. It's gonna come up real soon. Zhonya's. Boom. Kali flashes. Boom. Kills. Well, I mean, at this point, it's just Katarina just being pretty strong. And with the divine heals and the Yumi and stuff. Honestly, pretty good. I think it's nice to see like a very mechanically skilled Katarina player. Just because there's like a lot to learn mechanically. Especially in the super server where a lot of the players have such good practice on their mechanics because of how the server is kind of laid out. It's a lot of fighting. That's at least from what I hear. I mean, this isn't from experience, so take it with a grain of salt. But I think it's a pretty true statement according to like all the games that I watch. Dude, sometimes these guys have like 20 kills. Like 14-2, 7-1, 9-1. Maybe they're just that good. I don't know. But 16-2, 13-2, 11-2, 12-1. They all I'm saying is they get a lot of practice on their mechanics. And it's just nice to see like what they do, right? And it's good to learn from those things too as well. Like you want to be able to assess these things. And if you can't really assess it to that degree, then that's why I'm here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see me react to more other cat mains and stuff and montages, let me know, or put cat mains down below. I'll react to them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something. Catch you guys next time.